Welcome back to Takabola Gaming. Let's continue our run in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod Divided America, playing as Pennsylvania. And we need to set a new national focus. I think we're going to go with the 8-hour workday to remove the localized strikes. Hopefully. We could get artillery specialists right now. But I think we're going to wind up with entrenchment and air superiority anyway, so... Although... Why is Army experience gain going down with that? I don't get that. Alright, so now we have the state of the church that I think has kind of rebelled against the Federales. Nothing really interesting ever happens in Canada, at least not in the games that I've played. So it might be interesting to head up there and see what can happen up there, but not overly certain. Not overly certain. We're going to go ahead and use some of that. Let's go ahead and have artillery added to this shock division. We're not making any artillery because we don't have the factories back. Hopefully with localized strikes gone, we'll manage to get them back. Not sure. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Not sure what happened. Let's get them back here. We need to get some of those going, for sure. Alright, we're going to come back over here and grab this one, I think. Partial Prohibition. Partial Prohibition is much more popular than Total Prohibition. Not only that, we can tax the sale of alcohol and control its consumption to an extent. Am I focused too heavily on political power? That is a very distinct possibility. But am I going to change? No. I don't want populism to grow. I know Amish League is growing, and progressive is actually shrinking. Don't know why it's growing. And you can't ban that one. It's not the thing here. Alright, we're close enough to 1937. I think I'm just going to grab all of these. Not yet at 100 political power. It would be great to get some guns there. Like, it's just growing. Ah, but the change has slowed. So might slow enough. So now we need these two, and then we can go to the Union here. Unless we go for the Forest Service now. I don't think so. Inspired by Franklin Delano Roosevelt's proposed New Deal, the Civilian Conservation Corps is a program made to give work to unemployed men. It's been slightly modified from Roosevelt's proposed version. And air superiority, please. We're going to add those. We're going to actually add one more. And as soon as we get more, we'll add even more. This is a division that is designed to punch. For sure. You can get some of this. That's true. Excavation 1 is done. Let's do fuel refining 2 here. And I think we can do this. We're gonna go with the offensive guy here. And Texas and Louisiana have signed a white peace. That means Oklahoma's not in the war too? Yeah, okay. And now, North Dakota is declaring war on South Dakota. After months of seemingly quiet borders and peace in Dakota, regional conflict has begun between North and South. The North, dedicated to populist ideals and unifying the state under one government, has decided to launch a New Year's Day surprise attack across the border into South Dakota. Outside experts predict that this war will be one of highly mobile warfare due to the region's geography being extremely flat land. However, only time will tell which state will win this war and unify the region. And that, I think, is pretty true. They can't guard the entire border, neither one, so they kind of trade land off and on a little bit. Pinnock roads were roads built in rural Pennsylvania in order to connect the poor and farming communities to the more affluent and better off communities. These roads will help raise the wealth of all in the countryside. Yes, let's majorly add some infrastructure over here. It would be very helpful. Very, very, very helpful. The Great Ohio River Flood. Since January 5th, water levels on the Ohio River began rising, followed by near-record rainfall. The Ohio River has completely flooded. From Cairo, Illinois to Pittsburgh, casualties have been reported in massive amounts, and damages due to flooding have occurred. Nearly, in total, 385 people died in this massive flood, and $500 million worth of damages have been inflicted. $9 billion in 2021 dollars. That's a lot. That is a lot. I really need you to be offensive. We're not playing defense. We no longer get the effects from increased minimum wage. That is a true shame. Well, we can soon remove high unemployment, which will be greatly beneficial. That's against Maryland and Washington, D.C. Looks like that's going to be the first target, regardless. So we can delete these orders, and we can line up on Maryland. And it does kind of appear that we're going to need to wait a long time before we can justify a war goal. Which isn't great. Is not great. Yeah, let's get that superior firepower person. Because that is definitely where we're going with this build. That is most assuredly where we are headed with this build. This is the final combat width. I know the organization isn't great, but that's not the point. These troops, they'll deal with the organization part. We are going to have to get some production efficiency, though. If we're going to get anywhere with this. The Amish League, I don't know how to deal with the Amish League. They are growing out of control. Close air support, for sure. For sure on that one. The state of the church has capitulated. Interesting. Alright, grab that for sure, and then, I think maybe add this? I think it's not, yeah, that's, no, I think that's it. So we're just going to, train one. Start to head in that general direction. Alright, so healthy unemployment is done. We can now create our faction. And that will remove low Mennonite support, which I think is good. 7 days. Okay. Overall, our situation hasn't improved that much since we left the Union. Perhaps we're too quick to leave it. We should work to reform the Union, but under our control. I agree. It should be under our control. Alright, so that creates a faction. Alright, we are now faction leader of the Northeastern Union. Which I think might be one of the first factions. We have a Farmer Labor League, and we do have Louisiana here. Which Louisiana has gone ahead and split up. True Louisiana. We have issues over here. Interesting. Not sure if anyone will come and join that. We'll see. So the question is, do I want to attack Maryland right now? Kind of lean not. I'll let them fight. And we're going to come over here, and we're going to put workers back in the factories. That'll get us 2 civilian factories. We're going to head down the industry tree. I think that's a smarter idea. Not by much, but I think it is smarter a little bit here. I guess we'll just go with that guy. Just get that off my list here. Alright, we definitely need this. As we are going here. But yeah, let's get some industry going. Put the workers back in the factories. Now let's take a look here. We have military factories down this way. We have civilian factories down this way. We have infrastructure down this way. We have to have all of them to get down here. And then obviously this gives us our research slot. I think if we're going to go civilian factories, military factories, then infrastructure. Maybe that's not the best way, but that's the way I'm going to do this. That's the way we're going to do this. Alright, so you need to split in two. You need to just not exist. Uh-oh. A unionist leaflet campaign at the Dearborn, Michigan Ford automobile plant has led 2 workers being killed after a large brawl blew out between the UAW union organizer and other members who approached the Ford Motor Company security guards at the plant. Fight escalated rapidly, etc. That's bad publicity. So we'll move, yeah, 1's fine. Make that into 100 and duplicate. That should set things up okay. I'm going to actually build 1 more civilian for now. Memorial Day Massacre. More stuff happening in the labor force. We're going to repair the factories. We must first repair the factories damaged by the strikes before we can focus on expanding our industry. So that, I think, is what happened there. We lost some factories due to the strikes. I do think that that was a thing. I don't think I was imagining that. Kind of felt like I was, but I don't think I was. We have very low supply here, do we? Go ahead and build that first. Probably should combine that too. No, you go up there. So I think they have some more stuff here. So like, yeah, we have Minutemen, militia, stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and purchase weapons with the next 150 that I've got. You can also get some manpower here. With that, you know, I think we're okay with where we are. The Amish League continues to grow. We continue to shrink. That's not great. But I think we're okay. So yeah, this gives us a little bit more. Go ahead and spend 50. Go to there. All right. Expand factories in Philadelphia. Philadelphia has a sizable unemployed population. We can help employ many of these people by expanding the existing factories in Philadelphia. I don't meet the requirements. I have to do this. Okay. The roadway were severely damaged in the nationwide strikes. In order to improve our industry, we have to repair these broken roadways. They make me do the infrastructure. Fine. Be that way. I'm not going to do synthetic, because we're not building synthetic anytime soon. So, let's get trucks. Let's get trucks. Yeah, it's these areas that are most hit right now. I'm honestly not sure why. We have supply coming in. We did that. Truly don't know. That's like game mechanic. That's not anything that they worry about. Alright, so I think now we're going to do this guy. Oh, we were going to purchase 5,000 infantry equipment. Okay. Next one. The next one. We'll do that. Kind of waiting for this war between Maryland and the District of Columbia to happen so I can invade. War support or tension just does not go up for a long time, and then it just randomly spikes. So everything goes kaput about the same time as regular game, which makes sense on that front, but let's just do this ahead of time, I think. That did not help the supply. Why is the supply having problems here? Supply hubs in southern Pennsylvania. Do I just not have enough trains? What's... So you're going to actually make me build a supply hub there? I don't want to. I'm not gonna. Hang on. Okay. Alright, we prepared the roadways. Can I now expand the factories? Thank you. So yeah, Maryland and the District of Columbia go to war, and I've seen in my 2 games went one each way. Let's check on the Dakotas. It appears North Dakota is going to win that war. Okay. Kinda doesn't matter. I think they formed Dakota after it's done. So... this has now outstripped the Progressive Party. In theory, that should scale down some more. I guess none of these require that we actually be populist. So... I think we're okay. If we do wind up going in that direction, definitely don't want to get to 1939 stuff, so let's get the computing machine. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Let's get all the way through and purchase weapons. I don't think you can do this twice. So, we'll see here. I assume that I need to expand the railways again, so let's do that. And I'm going to let's go. And then we'll end the episode. And that should, yeah, that has reduced our stockpile shortage by a lot, which is solid. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, please do like, please do comment, please do subscribe down below, and let me know if you are excited to continue this run. I'll see you next time.